Dear friends, DigiU project is here with you. Me, Alexey Ognev, is with you. I would like to greet you, everyone who is here with us at this webinar. And while everyone is connecting, please write how well you can hear us, how well you can see us. And today we are to speak about the achievements of our project within 18 months of our work. When I was thinking about this figure, when I am thinking about this figure, I mentioned it one already, and it's just 18 months, but I have a feeling that there were so many events, so many actions, so many processes organized, so many unplanned and planned events and meetings, communications, and I have a feeling that we had twice or three times more events like that. And this feeling is, well, I don't know how to call it. This is just the time which is unpacked, a very packed time actually, filled up with different events. And this is always a sign of really this is always a very positive sign, which which is an evidence of our good results. Today, our webinar is in the Russian language, Spanish language, English language, and French language. Please write your questions in your chat. Questions about the project, about the achievements. Please share your ideas about the artificial intelligence, about blockchain technologies, about any other technologies which, as you think, can change the world or will change the world in the future. And today I am to speak about what is DigiU right now after 18 months of our work. After we started our project, what we managed to achieve within these 18 months. And I will also be speaking about the future, which is very far lying future. This will be sort of my fantasies, but these fantasies may come true very soon. Please write your questions. I always love answering these questions. And in the end of this webinar, we will speak about the topics which are interesting for you. And through these topics, we are to speak about our achievements, which we, well, achieved within 18 months of our work. Well, for those who are with us for the first time, or for the leaders who work with promotion, this webinar will be useful anyway for all of you. It will be sort of a summary. It will be some type of a milestone, but it will be also understandable for everyone, for the beginners also. And I will speak about the whole picture. What is DGU from the point of view of geography and our distribution in this world? This is 182 countries. These are over 70,000 registered partners and over 9,000 investors. We have over 9,000 investors. What does it speak about for us? And not only for us. This shows that the ideas incorporated in our project, which we described in our roadmap 2 years ago, our values, really find reflection in your hearts, in your minds, in the hearts and minds of all those people who are located everywhere on this planet, 182 countries. This is basically the whole globe. And imagine how powerful an idea should be, so that over 70,000 people from all over the world understand this idea, would be registered within our project, would register it in their minds, would try to understand it and invest their money, invest their attention, invest their time, and let the project develop. The first, which is in an underlying, is our idea, our mission, which is important for us, which we think to be correct. And this is the mission: to change the world. Every person on this planet, any person on this planet, any ordinary person could benefit from modern technologies, from advanced technologies, from big data, from all those opportunities which modern technologies, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and so on and so forth exist. And we make everything for an ordinary person to be the beneficiary of this project. And this is why our idea finds reflection in your hearts and minds. 182 countries, 70,000 registered partners, 9,000 investors who support us. We believe this is a great achievement. From one point of view, this is the whole globe. And on the other hand, we will have a look at DigiU from inside, and we'll speak about the people who create these results. Some people you have seen, some people you have read, some people you have heard, maybe you have communicated with some of those people. And now I will disclose some information about our team, about the team which creates all these projects. And when I was getting ready for this webinar, I decided to speak about several areas, several directions. DigiU team consists of over 40 people. We hire over 40 people together with all outsourced experts like our interpreters who interpret everything. We have over 70 people who always work to promote our ideas, to let our ideas happen. Our development of AI, which we formulated together with our team, our own blockchain lab, packed with experts, with highly qualified experts, our venture fund, which deals with financing, which attracts new teams, new ideas, new people, which opens up new opportunities for our development. Our team, which speaks about everything. And even now, there are experts who are working on this broadcast. You decided to participate in this webinar, to watch this webinar, due to our translators who translated the information into 11 or 12 languages, thanks to our designers who created our picture and our image. Your personal account where you are registered needs technical support, and these are also people. This is done by people who support this project all the time, and that is why all problems, all issues are settled within a very short time. Our department, which supports our partners, who deals with with informational promotion, which helps people to understand some things better, who help us to organize events. And we organize events in different countries all over the world, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, in Latin America, and so on and so forth. Some of these events In some of these events, our people participate, but we always support such events, and we always do everything for the leaders to deliver the information correctly, to put the accents correctly, and to distribute to all the information about our project. And exactly that allows us to be present in so many countries. And that is why we feel so confident in those areas and those countries. Our educational platform, our own educational project, DigiU Education. And now we have we have launched a course on cryptocurrency, designed by Boris Pavar, who is a director of our ecosystem, who is at the cutting edge of this blockchain, all those blockchain technologies, and with all the urgent and the most topical information. I recommend everyone to participate in this course, and I would like to draw your attention to our educational platform, which is incorporated into our ecosystem. We implemented this platform into our ecosystem as we understand how important education is for the distribution of all our ideas, which are at the basement, which make the base of the education. Some of the education pieces are for free, and some of them you should pay. But we make everything possible for all people to better understand what is blockchain, what is AI, and how you can benefit from all those modern technologies and how you can change this world. These departments, which make it possible, our legal departments, our department, our financial department, our HR department, we have a lot of positions opened, and sometimes we appeal to you to help us find a necessary expert. Our legal and financial departments do everything to for the payment systems to operate so that we could work legally, and so that so many people from so many different countries could work with us. We have managed to register our registered securities legally, and within the last 2 months our KYC process takes place, and now our shareholders will be legally protected, and they will enjoy all the rights which are implied by these registered securities. Sometimes these processes are invisible, are very small, but it is impossible to operate without those processes, and it is impossible to lead all our activities without these processes. Our infrastructure. This is also invisible for many, but really an important thing. We have our own safe and protected infrastructure, which makes it possible to contact with so many users. Everything operates safely, promptly. And our internal processes are also at a proper level. When we translate our content into 12 languages, if I'm not mistaken, we do the same with our infrastructure, and we do everything possible. We have automatized this process actually, and our simple news are published within a very short time actually. And education, machine learning, Neuralink learning, and different processes which are required for our different departments and processes, they take place based on our own infrastructure, and thanks to the proper financing, we have purchased all the necessary equipment and infrastructure. And now, again, here we have the support from our partners, and here we have the team of professionals who, within the 18 months, have been working on the implementation of all those ideas which we have incorporated into the project. And now I would like to say that all this is incorporated within one ecosystem, and thanks to our ecosystem, we managed to achieve certain success and in this, let's say, material world. And now I would like to try to make you understand what is an ecosystem of DigiU. There were several webinars on this topic, and there were several webinars on certain parts of these topics. And now I would like to draw your attention to some of these issues, and I would like to share my vision of what is a healthy and effective ecosystem. This is an area or a place which consists of several separate parts united by one idea, which function in a healthy way, in a proper way within this system. Those processes take place which turn an idea within some time to a working, operating product, and also to attract other ideas into this process. And this makes us grow. If we speak about the level of business at the level of economical terms, this allows us to have added value added, and this exactly provides the proper ecosystem. And this does not just function, it makes you understand. You can understand that any idea should be commercially successful, and thanks to our activities, as we are focused on those processes within the first year of our operation, we have created the product, and we did it 3 years earlier, and we managed to pay our first dividends 3 years earlier than we announced. And now we have paid dividends for the second time, and this fact allows us to state how successful our ecosystem is and how properly it functions. And this proves that we are able to move from words to actions. And I would like to ask all of you and each and every of you to keep this criterion in mind when you are thinking, when you are telling someone about us, when you are following our ecosystem. This is a good, healthy, and proper system which is able to earn on that. And now I would like to enumerate some parts of the ecosystem, and we will speak about their achievements. The first area, which can be directly related, which is directly related to AI, is the part of the ecosystem which incorporates DigiU Profit and DigiU High Tech. These are the AI technologies. DigiU Profit is oriented at predictive analytics, and there is a very detailed webinar with our technical director, which we published not long ago with our director Peter, who speaks about our achievements in the area of predictive analytics and about some products which we are about to launch and which you will be able to use. This is sort of prophecy, a prediction of certain things. And this is exactly what this area, what Peter's department is doing. These are products related to algorithmic trading. And I would like to highlight that the application of AI, the technologies of AI, doesn't finish here. This is not limited by algorithmic trade. These are also the other technologies which are applicable in different areas. And at this webinar with Peter, we were speaking in a very detailed way about all these things. It is translated into several languages as well. DigiU High Tech. It includes our developments in the area of computer vision, biometry, also predictive analytics, and processing of natural language. You can read about that in the section named products. You can learn about the speech technologies, about the vision technologies, and you can learn about them. And I would like to draw your attention that there we demonstrate the technologies which are now being patented, and we demonstrate the opportunities of application of those technologies in the real life. And DigiU High Tech deals with R&D, research and development of those products, and very soon these products will be launched and they will complement our ecosystem. DigiU Lab, this area, this department was opened last year, and it allowed us to move very fast, to make a sort of leap. This department is led by our Boris Pavari. I have spoken about him, and you know him definitely. It was an experimental project actually. We started to do research in the blockchain technologies, and we started to understand that this is inseparable from AI, because blockchain allows us to store big data, lots of data, and based on all those data, the artificial intelligence will be used for learning. And this is one of the criteria which allowed us to open the lab, to launch the lab. And after that, Boris offered an idea, suggested an idea, or several ideas, which now form the basis of our AWA project. What is actually Blockchain Lab? This is a department which deals with research in the area of blockchain, and that is why it is a lab, and it allows us to implement the blockchain-based projects and products. We think this is correct to divide them a little bit, and at the edge of those projects, at the intersection of those projects, something really valuable can appear, which actually is a good way for us to develop. This lab was opened last year, and starting from last year, we participate with those projects at international hackathons. We are invited to exhibitions. Boris is a speaker at those exhibitions and events. He presents the technologies. And thanks to such things as hackathons, forums, and exhibitions, we managed to attract the attention of large funds. And you know that we signed an MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, with a large fund, VR Capital. And this is the next step of development of our ecosystem. When we go from support, the crowd investing level, to thanks to you, of course, we managed to create products which attracts attention of classical investments and investors and international funds, such as BR Capital and many others which have an interest in us. They were really happy to follow our ecosystem, and they are interested not only in our AWA project, which is of course the most promising right now, and this is the closest to our understanding, but they take interest in all our ecosystem. They take interest in our educational platform, the number of users, and we open sort of new world for them, the new world of modern teams who are able to turn an idea to a startup and to a fully functioning system earning money, and a functioning system. And we see that blockchain technologies connected with AI, this is the future of our world. And here I would like to draw your attention to the fact that our AWA product also ideologically it reflects the concept, the basic idea, the underlying idea of our DigiU company. AWA project incorporates blockchains, unites blockchains, and any user who is not an expert maybe in DeFi or blockchain, but any user can benefit from all the advantages of the modern technologies and DeFi in particular. And this is, of course, really welcoming for us. And we understand this is our future. The future is incorporation and, of course, accessibility of everything. Digi Wealth, our Digi Wealth product, exactly this product, this is the part of our ecosystem which is directly related to financial products. We presented that in the end of September 2020. We started to deal with that earlier, of course, but this is our first commercially successful product. This has been functioning for 8 months, and the investors of this product can earn money without any downside risks, can grow their deposits. And now it is 8% per month. This is the uh, profits, the income, total income of this product, and we are proud that has been functioning so successfully. And it was the first product, the first commercially successful product for us, which allowed us to pay the first dividends after only 5 months. And in 5 months, we paid the dividends, and they were twice as much. And the key idea is that the number of commercially successful products in our ecosystem is growing. Soon we will present AWA. Very soon we will present that. Recently we presented the product of the venture fund, and the number of such products will grow, and capitalization of our ecosystem and commercial profits and incomes will grow, and of course the dividends of all our shareholders. This is the process which you should keep in your mind. Keep it in mind, please, when you are thinking and when you are presenting our ecosystem. The growing number of products allows you to earn more and more and more using the products and just being the shareholder of our DigiU company through our registered securities, the venture fund, our venture fund. This is the department which we had from the very beginning. We understood that our main goal within the first year of our existence is to provide financial flows which allow us to function in a stable way. But now we can say for sure that we offer expert support of all those products which come to us through our venture fund. And within 18 months, there were hundreds or maybe 100 of products which we have analyzed for hours. We were having Zoom meetings, Skype meetings, live meetings in different cities in Russia. And we have analyzed lots of ideas. And there were hundreds of ideas actually. And recently we presented the first product of the venture fund, which we officially supported. This is our Pumpy Farm product. First we were just the advisors of this product, but now we made it the part of our ecosystem. This is the product which which operates on the DeFi market. And what does it speak about? There are lots of business processes presented within our ecosystem, and all of them are operating processes, and they achieve results which can be called successful results, irrespective of all those. Well, I'll put it differently. This is one of the characteristics of the healthy ecosystem. There is always an action which leads to some result, and in most of these cases this result leads to success. Our venture fund is operating, is functioning, and thanks to that we will be expanding our ecosystem, and we are expanding our ecosystem. Our educational platform, DigiU Education, I have already mentioned that. We pay lots of attention to the education. There will be more courses very soon, and more courses soon. Now, the most urgent course is the one on cryptocurrency. One of the very important key processes is DigiU Partners. This is actually the part of which these webinars are, these conferences are, and the conferences which we organize all over the world. And we pay lots of attention, and I pay a lot of attention to this area. And this is one of the key processes for us. At the initial stage of our ecosystem, this allowed us to attract users to our ecosystem. And these users become the users of our products, and they deliver communities of experts to promote our ecosystem. And this helps us to get more financing. This provides financing, and this allows the whole ecosystem to function. We have support experts, and there are people who work with us all the time on the regular basis, and we are more and more successful in this area. We have more and more partners, and we are preparing right now, we are preparing several important events which will take place within the limits of this area, and they will be interesting for everyone who deal with informational technologies. In July we will announce them, and we will be getting ready for those events, which in our view are the key events in within this department. And now I think I have already spoken about that, but I think I will answer some of the questions which were asked in the announcement. How did we manage to attract so many people from 182 countries within such a short period, and to turn 9,000 of them to our investors? How did we manage to create this ecosystem and to launch those commercially successful products? And how did we manage to make it happen, so that now we are regularly invited to international forums, and now we are winners of certain hackathons, and our products are commercially successful and demanded and promising, and in future they can and will change the world. So these are the three key questions of this webinar. And the three key questions which I constantly hear when I am speaking about the ecosystem and the perspectives and so on, apart from everything which I have already told you, there are a couple of several moments or issues or points which have to be kept in mind. All those people, I will start with the founders of the project. As you know, there are several of the founders, and they are the people who created the basis of our ecosystem, and who are the founders of our ecosystem, who are very different. They are all very different, and 24/7, 365 days a year, they work on the development of our ecosystem and of all those projects and products which are born within our ecosystem. And thanks to so many founders, thanks to the fact that we have so many founders, we are able to achieve the results. And this energy, which is born somewhere in the heart of our project, this is then distributed, spread over the whole team, and our team is over 70 people, as I have already mentioned, and we are growing all the time, and you are our partners, and we are present in many countries, and so on and so forth. And this is, of course, engagement, a lot of engagement, very high level of engagement of our founders into all our business process, and of course the highest professionalism. And I'm always really happy, and I'm always really proud uh, to speak about that. And people like that, people like them, they can attract even more people, and at every level, in every cluster of our ecosystem, every product and every project attracts people who have not just come to us because we had a position, an open position, and published it somewhere. And this is not just communicative skills and teamwork and so on. Every person who works with us is really burning, has burning eyes, and is burning with his or her ideas. And he finds a reflection of his or her values in our ecosystem. And this is really important. And this allows us to achieve support, to achieve success, both at the level of all the technical matters, and also at the level of promotion of our products all over the world. And when we communicate to ordinary investors from all over the world, we, at every level, at every step, we demonstrate that burning desire, and people understand that they can have our support every day, any time of the day or night, and they can ask their questions within the ecosystem, and they always find the answers to their questions. And this really changes something. And the feedback which we get uh, always finds a reflection, always finds a response. And this is one of the key moments, this is one of the key points which makes us develop and makes us achieve success within the team and also at the international level. And this allows us to present all those products which have been created together with all of you, with your support. Now I will read the questions from the Russian chat, and then we will work with the questions from, I will answer some of the questions from the Spanish, French, and English chats. While I'm answering the questions, please write more questions. I will try to answer as many of them as possible. How much will a share be, a registered security be in a year? What do you think? Well, I understand all the questions the way I understand them, and I always try to answer the questions in a broader way, and maybe I'll cover some of the other issues. We have a concept. Our project has a concept. It is presented at our website. And we have the 13th chapter, where in full detail we speak about commercialization of our project and about the perspectives and the future of our product and project from the point of view of the commercial success. It is important to understand our approach. And due to this approach, on the basis of this approach, you can form your understanding. We can form our understanding of how much a registered security may be in a year or two. I don't have any definite answer to this question, of course, and there cannot be any definite answer because this is a really multi-factor model, and it consists of all those processes which I have enumerated. Now we see that a registered security is a 0.09 cents, and in a couple of days it will cost much more, thanks to all those actions and activities which brought us to the point where we are now. Commercially successful products, regularly paid dividends which are growing, our contracts with large international funds, the product which is promising and which will be promising. And there are lots of other products developed within our ecosystem, and all these products can be really successful. Now the value is increasing based on our achievements, and we are always based on our achievements. And if we speak about the perspectives in a year or so, there are several processes which I have already mentioned. First of all, which is the buyback. It is so-called buyback process. And once I have mentioned that a part of the profit is used for the buyback of the registered securities, which can happen this year or the next year. Of course, we will announce that, which will allow our partners to sell their registered securities back in a year, maybe. Well, now I don't want to give any definite dates, any certain dates, but thanks to our achievement, we might understand that financing through selling of registered securities is no longer necessary, and maybe we will close the sales of the registered securities because the products will be commercially successful and they will bring profits and incomes to our ecosystem. And this is actually one of our goals, one of our key goals. And if we dwell on this matter, registered securities of our DigiU company and of the certain projects of our ecosystem will be, of course, really expensive, will cost a lot. And if you read our concept, you will understand it. You will understand why. Now, the price is such that any person from any country can become our partner, and please don't miss this opportunity. If you are not yet a partner, or if you own only a small package of shares, think about that, and I really recommend you to become our partner. Yes, hello. When will the products be launched to the global market, and when they will be demanded? The first product was launched in October last year. This is Digi Wealth. This is demanded already. This brings profits. This is commercially successful. Yeah. The next product created with the support of our venture fund. This is Pumpy. This is also commercially successful. And the product, which we have already announced, AWA, the product of our blockchain lab. It has been announced, it has been presented by us, it is ready to be launched, and as our director of our blockchain lab, it will be presented this year, maybe in the beginning of the next year, due to several facts. And I recommend you to watch our previous webinar where we were discussing. It was 2 weeks ago or so, and it was a really detailed webinar. In the other products which we are working on, we will announce them when they are ready. Dividends in July. When will we get dividends in July? Why don't you make it possible to enter in our DigiU Wealth starting from $100? We paid dividends on May 10. Currently, we're going to pay dividends once more this year, and maybe in future we will be paying dividends once in 4 months. We are discussing, or once in 3 months. In July, you cannot get dividends unless you are an investor of DigiU Wealth. We keep decreasing the for USDT, this is USDT, this is $500, and now we cannot reduce it to a lower level, to $100 or so, if the economic model of this product allows to make it $100, but it is too early to speak about that. And the only thing I would like to draw your attention to, within our ecosystem, there are lots of ways to earn money for you. And there are lots of ways to fill up your deposit. And this is, of course, informational promotion of our product and our partner program. And now I will answer a couple of questions from the other chats. From the French chat, I would like to know if this year there will be physical, natural offices in Indonesia and Cote d'Ivoire. And again, well, we are still under the pandemics, and now we're working under the conditions of these pandemics, and of course there are difficulties with natural presence, of course, and with the traveling over the world, and with opening offices. We are maybe better than anyone else. We understand how important it is to be physically present somewhere in some of the countries. If you are our partner for some time, or if you know about our product for some time, in February 2020, when the pandemics was not yet it was not yet even announced, we managed to manage Indonesia with our official visit, and after that the borders closed. And of course, we planned that, and we still plan that, and within the limits, within the scope of our DigiU partners, we are going to arrange a big event for our partners. For some of the partners, it will be physical presence, natural presence. For the others, it will be online presence. And after that event, and after the pandemics, after that, after the pandemics will be over, or nearly over, we hope to open up offices in different countries and to arrange education in the countries. And in some countries where the situation is more or less okay, mostly in Africa, we already do that. But all the other countries, most of the countries, work mostly online. In Indonesia, we're working on the conference, we are preparing the conference, and we have coordinated lots of events with the government. We had to do that because of the current situation. The question from the English chat. I joined DigiU last year. Someone told me that it is an investment platform, but I don't see that my money which I invested grow. Is it an investment platform or not? Well, I should answer this question in the following way. Before you join this or that project, please study the project or the product. Please ask your questions about the meaning, about the essence of this product. Please read the concept, please watch the webinars. And when I look at this question, in the English language, we have all the materials, starting from the very beginning, we have all the materials in English, and we always mention that you purchase the registered securities of the ecosystem, you get dividends, which get higher and which allow you to get commercial profit. And twice, we have paid dividends twice. If you joined us last year, then you faced that, you saw that, you experienced that. It once was in December and another time was in May. If you don't own lots of shares, lots of securities, maybe the dividends are not that large and not that high, but it is important to keep in mind that we paid them 3 years earlier than it was announced in the beginning. And now, please study the information. Ask me. You can contact me directly. Ask your questions. Ask your questions in our support and our technical support. Do you plan to have your own token or a coin? You please Please, I would like to draw your attention that we have issued our registered securities, which is the most correct from the point of view of development of our ecosystem, is the best step which we could take. This is the tool which is understandable for really many people, for most of the people from all over the world, than a coin or a token. It is legal, and it is legal in most of the countries, and legally we can work our investors in most of the countries, and we are able to pay dividends to most of them. Within a year, our KYC process will take place, and it will be available for most of the countries or for all of the countries. And now every partner will be our investor. And if you speak about the coin, a token or a coin, they will exist in some products. First of all, in the AVA product. Maybe in future, if it makes sense for us, we will do that for the whole ecosystem, but it's still too early to speak about it. These are just my ideas, and they don't exclude this possibility. How do you calculate the dividends? The dividends are calculated by a very simple, based on a very simple formula. We take the number of the registered securities we sold, and we take the amount of the profits, and we just divide this amount, and you can see this value in your personal account. 50% of the income 50% of the income is the dividends we pay. There are lots of questions related to the Pumpy project, and well, about the project of the venture fund. There was a promotional campaign, and now I would like to draw your attention to this promo, which was launched in May. Many partners did not understand what is DeFi, and well, and there was some chaos, and the promo took place in that form. We offered you to buy 1, 5, or 10 tokens of the project, and we offered you to keep the tokens for 4 months till October 2021. And we mentioned the value of a token, according to our calculations, can be more than $100. Those were the terms and conditions of the promo. And now we also understand, when we tell to our partners who are actually crowd investors of the company, and who are actually used to the fact that the registered securities only grow, we understood, of course, that there will be some understanding or some misunderstanding when we offer highly volatile products like the tokens. Of course, any cryptocurrency is volatile, and we offer the security to the partners who buy 1 or 5 or 10 tokens. We offer the security in the form of our registered securities. If in October a token costs less than $100, which we have announced, the users will get those registered securities, and it will allow you and will allow us to compensate certain financial losses. And now we just follow the track. We are following the path, and we are following the track that we have announced. And what you should do is to understand, to have some understanding of cryptocurrencies and so on. We were speaking about volatility, about cryptocurrency, and well, now you should understand the processes which take place on the market today. Uh, as far as I can see, there are not really many questions. There are no other questions. I guess I answered all questions. Maybe there are some in the Russian chat. Yeah, there is a comment on the AVA project. I know Pro Ava project well. I have made offers, and I think from the technical point of view, it is promising. Yes, of course, I agree with you, of course. And for all those who have not yet watched our webinar with Boris, please watch the webinar and just get an idea of the AVA project. And now I would like to remind you that on the 1st of July, the value of our registered securities will increase. And this will be a considerable increase, 30% increase. But for each of these 30%, we take the responsibility, and we, of course, understand how much we have done, and we understand the perspectives which lie ahead of us for the next few months. And of course, I recommend to watch this webinar again, to watch the previous webinars again, and make an understanding, have an understanding of our product and project, and take a decision. Please take a decision and become our partner in the project, which is really great. And to get the information, to get the incomes, and to get the profits from your correct decision. And well, as of now, I think that's all. Please learn about the modern technologies for your investments. For your investments to the things you are an expert in, and to invest in all those, in the things that you find reasonable. Please, by the 1st of July, till the 1st of July, purchase the registered securities of our DigiU project. Thank you very much, and goodbye.